What's going on, guys? Psych Athletes back with another podcast, and we are super excited for this one today. It's probably going to be our most beloved and cherished podcast because we got a new studio. Yeah,
And this
round of applause.
may or may not be our second take of the day.
Yeah, so
I don't know what you're talking about.
yeah, a couple things are different actually from our first take. We were actually half an hour through recording an early podcast. We're recording for you right now, and we forgot to plug in the microphone. So we made a couple changes. We actually got some LED lights now, so hopefully that'll make us a little bit more smarter next time.
Hopefully next time Ryan remembers to plug in the microphone.
LED lights, big brain, make me smarter.
Big brain, baby. Now you have to watch because there's LEDs behind us. You know what I mean? All right. So what are we talking about today?
Well, let's talk about what we talked about for 30 minutes earlier.
Yeah, we're going to be talking about bad coaches.
We're going to talk about why coaches today are fucking terrible.
Fucking terrible.
Yeah. I know we all have our own personal experiences of bad coaching, but I kind of want to dive in on the internet and pull up some quotes maybe and let's start
bounce off of that.
Yeah, and just bounce off of that. So a lot of things that I've found when I'm looking it up is people kind of saying most coaches are cut from the same cloth. And what I mean by that is
cut from a different cloth, baby.
Yeah. And what I mean is a lot of coaches, especially in small towns, they're either athletes, they were athletes in high school, and I don't want to washed up, sounds kind of mean, but I guess that's the only word.
They're washed up.
Yeah. They were like, most coaches in small towns were washed up high school athletes who became coaches and now are living, how Ryan put it so elegantly, are living vicariously through the athletes that they coach.
Yeah.
And that's a huge problem. Like, that should not be a thing.
Mm-hmm. I completely agree. I mean, what's some of the quotes? Is that what you were reading? Is that just like a bunch of messages about like...
Yeah, this whole forum too with people literally talking about the same exact thing. Like it's a weird trend here. Like it's the same type of bad coaching that goes on all across the country. It's coaches who are favoriting.
Yeah, so what's the themes? What's the themes of these bad coaches? It's favoritism.
Yeah, you've got favoritism. You've got talking behind athletes' backs. I know you have a good story with that.
Talking behind athletes' back. Lack of communication.
But,
lack of respect.
Lack of respect, yeah.
Definitely.
Weird coach-parent dynamics with parents who have their heads sticked up their coach's ass, forcing their or trying to get their kid more playing time by sucking up to the coach.
Well, yeah, it's weird kind of like having to like go back into this before because I feel like I have all the knowledge that I need like about you guys of what happened to you, but like for everybody watching that like where we didn't have our microphone plugged in, like let's just go into Ryan.
I'll talk about that story again.
Yeah, let's go into the Dave Frazier and Ryan Crow.
Me and Parker, we had this coach named, he's old fucking geezer. His name was Dave Frazier, and he hated me for some fucking reason. Whether it was because I was so cool, or because I'm
definitely not it.
A person of color, or because he just hated fucking who I was. But he had it out for me. He would go up to players, shit talk me, and I could hear him. He's like, "How fucking Ryan looks weird today," or some random shit. It was different every day, but everyone knew that he was on my ass.
Yeah, it wasn't like one of those cool coaches that's just like, haha, you look weird today, and like you can laugh about it.
Yeah.
It was like this guy was serious.
There was no respect.
Like he was serious about this kind of shit.
And what I said earlier is I was one of the guys, because I've always been respectful. Like it's so weird that I'm saying this today because I fucking hate coaches.
Yeah.
I hate them. I think everything that they do, inherently coaches are unprepared to handle large teams of
30
adolescents, fucking kids.
And the reason they become coaches are for the wrong reasons.
But like, I'm the guy. I think now I've progressed to the point where I absolutely just despise them. And I've had one or two maybe good coaches in my life, but I was the type of player. I never said shit. I never talked back to a coach. I was always respectful. I'm like, what do you need me to do, coach? I was that type of player, and a lot of kids are. And this kind of coach, and I was respectful to him too. And a lot of players on the team were like, you old fuck, like, geezer. Like, and they hated him, and they would shit talk him all the time. And what I was saying earlier is, Frazier was like, my coach was seeking validation from these kids that did not give a shit about him. Simultaneously, shitting on me at the same time, the only person that respected him on the team.
Exactly.
And that is so juvenile. That's so immature.
We were talking about...
That's like a 5-year-old. It's like a 5-year-old.
Yeah.
And this man's like 60, 70 years old.
What we were saying earlier is just like you start to realize as you get older, you don't realize it when you're younger, that like these coaches, even like just any type of authority figure in general, they're just like you. They don't have, they don't have the shit figured out. In a lot of circumstances, you are more mature than them, and you can handle yourself better.
Exactly.
And you can teach yourself better. And that's, I think, where you started
Yeah,
going.
that's what I didn't let him derail me as much, because I kind of understood that this was an immature old man.
Yeah.
And that he was seeking validation from people that didn't like him, and that's childish in my opinion. I understood that. I was like fucking 15, 16 years old, but I was like smart about it. Bro, so I was like, whatever.
I think if you're if you're a high school athlete, then it's like, if you really want to get to the next level, like if this is really what you need to do, you a lot of times cannot listen to your coaches, which is such like a mind fuck, and like it's such an opposite to like what you've learned your entire life of like, hey, listen to this person, your parents telling you to listen to the coach, whatever. Like a lot of times you just have to like find the moment to do it yourself and to like figure out shit yourself. There's like that quote that I literally have that quote on my wall, on this wall right now, where everything around you that you call life was made up by people that were no smarter than you.
Exactly.
Like, and you guys have that power right now.
I think a lot of kids at the high school level at least understand that. Like,
dude, I didn't understand.
I don't think so.
For me personally, when
you were
I was
very mature in high school, you were very mature young.
I think I was too.
But like what I'm saying is like I had my high school coach and my high school teammates, and I also had and I ran track in high school, if none of you know that. And I had my club track team, and the dynamic of the two of those was in like completely.
Yeah, you said you were the top guy on your high school team, treated with respect. Coach liked you, and then when you got to club, they're like, he's just
that too. And then like the level of preparedness that the coaches came with. Granted, my club coaches were complete assholes. Favoritism, the whole nine. Every bad coaching trait they possessed. But at least they were prepared, and they actually had material that like they taught us.
Yeah.
When I went to my high school coach, our workout would just be like, okay, yes, run 400 yards. And we'd be like, why are we running 400 yards right now? It's like, I saw it I don't really know. I saw it online, and it's, you guys are sweating a lot, and you're saying this is hard, so this is probably good for you. It's like, and then it's like, how can you gain your athletes' respects when you're giving them BS workouts, and then you're also being your favoritism other athletes while you're giving these underfunded athletes shit workouts.
Yeah. Like absolutely nothing.
Coaches fucking suck.
Dude, like
especially in high school.
Bro, back to that respect thing. I remember walking around in high school and like saying that, right, I would want to, be on my coach's good sides, right? To get playing time. Like I feel like that's a big thing that happens. And so if they said to do something, I'd be like, okay.
Okay. And then made you worse.
Dude, it probably did. And like also, whenever you're giving validation to other people, they don't respect you as much. And if you're like really willing to do all this shit and be like, prove yourself, like that's like the thing in sports. It's like, dude, prove yourself that you have something valuable to bring to you. And then you're just like, fuck, I gotta like dust out the dugout or something like that. And you're so eager to like prove yourself, it makes you actually come off as a worse player in the eyes of these coaches because it makes you feel like,
and as your teammates too, because everyone has those teammates. We have those teammates
like,
that don't do shit.
That
don't. They have these teammates that like are the top shit. They won't clean up. They won't like do the little stuff. And if you're looked at and you do, because I did, I know you did. We did the little stuff. Like cleaning shit, picking up stuff.
Yeah, I mean everybody.
There's stuff in every sport. Like basketball, you got the guy gives out water or whatever. I don't know, but if you do those small little tasks, like your peers are gonna look at you and say,
"That's the
kiss
bitch,
ass."
Yeah.
Kiss ass. Your coach, even though they say to do these little things, they're like, I don't seek that guy's respect anymore. I don't seek his validation. And like what you said earlier, that is so fucking wrong. What you said earlier, you said the coaches should not expect respect from a player. It should be the other way around. The coach needs to earn their players' respect.
That's what we were saying. Like, what is it?
Exactly what Mr.
What is it that you would respect in a coach?
If they walk the talk, like if they gave me a workout and then backed that workout out with evidence, and then also like even showed me how to do it, or like ran through it and be like, all right, like we need everybody, and the whole point of this workout is to like get everybody involved, and like this is for the greater good of the team. It's like it's just like walking the way they talk. Like if they said something and then just backed it up, instantly you can gain players' respects. But no coaches do that. And that's the problem. They give you these like, they tell you to go clean the bench or like sweep something, and it's like, and then they shit on you for it.
And then you do it, and then what do you gain from it? Like everyone thinks that.
You think that you're gonna get more playing time, dude? It's so weird.
It's like a fucking power move that these coaches use.
I think especially and then that kind of gets into the parent-coach dynamic too that we talked about too, is these parents who are sucking up to the coaches to get more playing time for their child.
It's such a social. It's just like such a social thing that sports are. It's not just physical, right?
Yeah. Anyone that tells you if you play out of your mind and you're the best player on the team, sure you're gonna get playing time. But if you're a guy, you play good, and you're not the best. None of that shit applies to you anymore. It's how your coaches perceive you, how your teammates, parents, everyone perceives you. Yeah. If they give you that respect, then you're also going to get playing time.
And when you have that, not only are you going to get playing time, you're going to play better.
Exactly.
You're going to have way more confidence when you're like that.
Well, it's because you're not worried. Like, imagine, and I think that's like the plague of a lot of high school athletes is like go out to these games when they finally get playing time from their coach who's been shitting on them the whole week.
And then they're scared shitless.
Exactly. They're scared the whole time. They got something in the back of their mind. They're like, oh my God.
You think Johnny, who's been sitting on that bench cold, who's been like, oh, when I get in, I'm going to do it. Like, he's been so hyped up. Coach has been like building him up. You throw him in the game, and he's like, all right, I have to play good. Yeah. I have to play good.
Like it's abundance versus scarcity.
Do you think he's going to play good?
Fuck no. And I don't even think that he's getting ready. I don't think he has like the mental resources to get ready and be like, and be confident, be like, yeah, fuck yeah, I'm going to go in. I'm going to do this. I would venture to guess that the majority of people have the anxiety and the nerves more so taking over them while they walk out on the mound, and they don't have that confidence.
Because like, think of the whole week building up to that too. Like Johnny's confidence level going to that game should be up here, but he's being tore down by coaches and players and other parents, and he's down here, and then he gets thrown in the game and is expected to perform.
A lot of coaches will say that they tear you down to build you back up,
which is
But the latter never fucking happens. Exactly. It never fucking happens.
Dude, I would love to see if there's been any research done on, instead of punishing teams, giving them positive reinforcement when they win. I would really like to see.
100%.
What do they do?
Coaching through punishment, and that's the same with like parenting too. Like a lot of parental studies.
Yeah. Dude, it's so similar. It's so similar.
It's super similar. And like teachers, parents, it's all correlated. But coaching with a hard stick and being mean and being always negative and thinking that you can break somebody down to build them into this whole new character who's going to perform is not a thing. Like that's not a coaching style.
Yeah, and then it's like too, it's not the player being built up, it's the coach. It's like in the coach's image, and it's like the same thing where he's living vicariously through the kids, right? And so if the coach is the one that built this person into like who they want to be, the kid's always gonna subconsciously be like, fuck that. Like I don't want to be like this, even though you have to put on you have to put on an act in front of these coaches.
You have to.
And it's unbelievable.
I feel so fake, especially in college. I felt like I was not who I am on the baseball field ever. And what's that going to do for you? Realistically.
Dude, it's going to hurt you.
You're going to get playing time, and then what happens after that? It's going to fuck with your mind and everything. And I wanted to talk about like the two different types of coaches. And I want to bring it back to how we said they build you up, break you down, and they never do the latter. They never build you up. And there's two types of coaches. Ones that actually do that, and ones that just tear you down. And I've had both, right? I had a coach in travel ball. His name is John. We talked about it earlier. John coaches are the best. But he was probably my favorite coach. And he was a hard ass. At practice, he would make us run. I'd make an error. He's like, go, run. And I'm like, personally, I didn't see anything wrong with that at the time, right? Maybe you say instead, hey, like, fucking keep your head up. But he was a hard ass. And this is just the way he did things. And at the time, I don't think it did anything for one reason. It was because after practice, he would talk to everybody. He would show each and every one of his players respect.
That's crazy.
And this is the coach that he would take me to games. I would sleep at his house sometimes. I would play with his kids, they play video games with them, and I was really close with him. But the thing is, it wasn't favoritism towards me. Maybe he liked me more than a couple of other players, but to each and every player, he made them feel like they were a part of the team.
Yeah.
He made them feel like they had a role on this team. And what coaches suck at is knowing their players, knowing what they bring to the table, and thinking and making them feel like they're a part of something. Because all throughout high school, when I wasn't playing good, I felt like I wasn't even on this fucking team, right?
Mm-hmm.
These people, I felt like my coach was just keep putting me out there just because he felt bad, right?
I feel like they lump their players into this one category and think that every single athlete is this team, right? So we have some crazy fucking high school stories that we can tell you about getting kicked out of Angels Stadium for stealing in the dugout. Not us, but other players, for just shit that the team has done in total and whole, right? That we get lumped in and you're treated way differently. And it's super unfairly, even if it's just 2 or 3 of the guys.
But I kind of have the notion that you are one team. You know what I mean? So
one personality?
Not one personality, but there is I don't, there's no I in team. You know what I mean?
Yeah, I guess. Psych athletes. There's no I in team.
There's no I in team.
That should be your slogan now.
Mitchell Kennemore, 2020.
Yeah.
I wonder if anyone's ever coined that, patented it.
Yeah, 100%.
But what I mean by that is
The battery's full because we recorded a full podcast already.
So I think our video just cut out right now. But we can keep going on the microphone.
Yeah,
here.
keep going. I'll be working right here.
Okay. We're going to change the battery packs out for you. And if you're watching this right now, there's going to be a little cut. So here it is now. All right. And we're back. So what I mean by that, we're going off the there's no I in team, is when Parker says other players are stealing and everything, I don't mean to say that the whole team is responsible for that. But what I mean is if one player makes an error and it's because some outside force that's happening on the team, I think the whole team should suffer for that. I think the whole team should run to the backstop.
Yeah, sure. I agree. And I think
dude, what I was more so saying with that is is what Ryan was saying, the coaches that actually take the time to be social with their players and get to know them. I feel like the majority of coaches don't do that because they think they know one athlete and that's how everybody that's how everybody else feels.
That's how I felt my entire high school career. I feel like once I got there and once my coach saw a little bit of me, I was put in a box and I wasn't allowed to grow. It was I was supposed to be that player for 4 years. Mm-hmm. And that's where I come to say that coaches do not take the time to know their players. They do not take the time to respect their players, to ask them how they're doing.
Yeah.
If a coach came up to you and asked you how you were doing, that would make you feel good, right?
Oh, 100%. Yeah.
How many times did a coach do that for you?
Never.
I never got asked. I have this funny story. I didn't play a lot my freshman, sophomore year. You guys probably know that from previous podcasts. But my junior year, I worked my fucking ass off. I was in the cages every single day hitting. And that summer, I swear to God, I started hitting 600, right? And I was hitting so good. Everyone's like, who is this guy? Yeah, and I'm like, and that's inherently the problem. I've always been this player, but no one believed in me, right? So I'm gonna get back to my point in a little bit, but it was one game, right? And I'm going crazy. I'm not gonna be humble right now, but I was going crazy in that game. I had 12 RBIs in 5 games, and I had 3 doubles, 8 hits, and I hit my first fucking home run. And I swear to God, after that tournament, after I hit my first home run, my coach started coming up to me. He said, "How are you doing today? How are you feeling?" And I hated that. Because he had never, if he had never said anything to me after that, I would have respected him more. But since he showed clear favoritism to the people that were actually good at baseball or good at your sport, that made me fucking hate him.
And that's the problem. Your like small brain coach didn't realize what he was doing when he said that to you.
Exactly.
Didn't realize it at all. That was literally the first time that he's ever asked you how you're doing.
And that's
it,
high school sports. That's amateur
Yeah.
sports in a nutshell. These coaches don't give a shit about you. They don't give a shit about you unless you play good. Travel ball, they don't give a shit unless you're helping them win because they need money.
Yeah. That's why I think a lot of high school problems, that's where the problems come, where they're bringing all this other outside stuff. And a lot of high school coaches are also teachers at the same time. Being a coach isn't their full-time priority. So, and if you have a coach who is literally like, especially like single person sports like track, swimming, you get these coaches, and a lot of the times you just have one coach who is trying to coach all these different disciplines, but they can't do it either because they don't have the time or they don't have the experience.
Or the resources.
What we said earlier.
Even know what the fuck they're doing.
We talked about this earlier. We said coaches in America, in all sports, are severely, what did we say? Severely unprepared. They're severely unqualified to be coaching these kids. These impressionable kids.
Yeah.
For every word these coaches say, everything they say can impact their players' mind. And they don't understand that. They're not mature enough to know that. They're not mature enough to realize, and this is from my experience, and I know it's like that everywhere. I know everyone around the world is saying, I hate my coach. Not everyone, but the vast majority. I know they're saying that. And if I've been on so many teams, and every single team I've heard, I hate my coach. Mm-hmm. Whether that's coach's fault or not, I don't know, but that's a fucking problem.
Yeah.
In and of itself. If every kid in America is not liking their coach, then we have a problem. Coaches fucking suck.
That's why that was
a really good little monologue there.
That's why these like private schools though are so successful, I feel like.
Dude.
Maybe I know there's some other influences like the outside recruiting, and they literally recruit from outside their high school boundaries.
Are you saying in like a respect kind of?
A respect, and then also the coaches being prepared, because majority of private schools, the coaches are there to coach. They're not teachers.
You know what? One of my parents' really good friends was the head coach at Mater Dei, the private school. Mm-hmm. We could definitely get him on the podcast. I'd love to hear his insight between private.
And Mater Dei is probably one of the biggest sports schools in the nation. The best. They're top 10 every year.
Yeah, Mater Dei is one of the best sports organizations in the country, 100%.
Mm-hmm. And I guarantee that there's a mutual respect between these players and their coach. Maybe there's one or two outliers, but if you're recruited to that program, I mean, there's probably kids that do get neglected.
Dude, probably. I mean, when they're also paying so much money to go there, it's a different story. And they're like more on it, right? Yeah. Like their parents are on it and shit like that. Too.
And like the coaches are getting paid too. Like they're getting paid well.
They're getting paid really well.
Coach high school. As they should if they're putting up records like that.
I agree.
But what I'm thinking is that there's a correlation, possibly a causation. There's definitely a relationship between teams that have good chemistry, whether it be with their teammates or their coach, and success.
Yeah.
And if I'm saying if they have good chemistry, if they like their coach, if every teammate on that team, every player on that team respects their coach, I guarantee that team will be more successful. Yeah. The biggest problem, I've been on so many different teams. Club, little league, travel ball, high school, college, and I've been on one winning team. One. And his name was Eric. I hope to have him on the podcast earlier, like you said. His name's Eric. We're going to have him. I'm going to reach out to him soon, but he was so respectful of his players. And all the players loved him. Mm-hmm. The kid, I remember the kid that he was so small, he didn't get any playing time. He loved him. We were always talking to him. He's like one of us. Every single coach in that program, they didn't give a shit if we won. And they made that clear. And we were a fucking good team. We were good, too. We were like 14 years old. We were good.
That's so fun. I mean, looking at it, like, dude, I've never had a coach that I've respected, that I've liked, that I felt I could be myself with. And I feel like a lot of times, too, it's like learning this as a parent is so important. Because parents, like, it's okay to just drop your kids into these sports, right? Because sports is like such a good development for kids, right? Whether it's the social aspect, whether it's physical training,
having fun,
physical exercise, having fun. But there's also a big negative side to it. And that's what parents really need to start like learning and taking
And it hasn't
responsibility
always
to
been
learn
like
too.
this.
No, it definitely hasn't. It definitely hasn't. But like, and it takes a long time to understand what's going on, and a lot of it's just like these past negative experiences, these past fucking traumas that kids can go through that's going to influence the rest of their life. And so it's like just getting that out to the public of like that knowledge out there and how, like, because people don't know how. They don't know what the fuck to do. You know what I mean? And that's what I think we hope this podcast is going to be.
Yeah, it's kind of like, where do these kids go from here?
Exactly.
Like,
we know coaches fucking suck,
we know
right?
the coaches suck. But now I think it's, like you said, addressing those past traumas and then being able to fix those.
Yeah. I think that's where you really go from here.
Yeah, definitely. I want to talk about that the story of our team stealing baseballs from Angel Stadium. Like,
I do too.
Fucking hilarious.
Do we want to make that an entire podcast of itself and like punishment and stuff? I would love to do that.
Yeah, we could definitely.
Because it's a super funny story, and we need to be like candid about it too, and like honestly, what was going on while we got that call, like, because guys, we were high schoolers too. Like, we went through the shit. Everybody kind of went through it, and like that's where I think we can relate to you guys as much as possible, more than you can hear from like a sports psychologist talking about some random.
Because you always hear these sports help guys are just, but who are they?
Yeah,
they're these old rich white dudes that have probably never played sports. Maybe they played like fucking amateur, like super low level sports, but like you never hear from people like us who have been in those shoes that can tell you what they went through and have you relate to that. That's
like some Moneyball type shit. Going to hell, you're smart, but like, bro, you've never played.
Exactly, and that's what like yesterday, like fucking you had, and it's the same thing. It's this disconnect between intellectuals and analytics people, and then the players. Like yesterday in the World Series game fucking 6, and Blake Snell, he went through the 6, right, and he K'd 9 or 10, no runs, 1 hit. And Kevin Cash comes out the dugout, and Blake Snell was fucking pissed. He's like, "Why are you taking me out? No one in the bullpen, no one that would come in is a better option than Blake Snell, right?" And they took him out. Next fucking play, Mookie Betts, double down the line. Dodgers take the lead, and that's a huge, like, everyone's giving heat to Kevin Cash, but who is Kevin Cash listening to? Analytics department, right? So there's this big disconnect, right? Because I feel like, sure, in a 60, 180, 162 game season, analytics will probably win out.
Dude, I feel like coaches don't do that, like, at this level.
No.
They don't do that.
They don't.
It's like they don't even fucking pay. Like, it's like they look at it in their eyes, right? They're like, okay, this person did well, and they put those stacks inside of their head, and they're like, and it can be distorted as well, especially if the kids, like we were talking about, they don't respect them. If these coaches are trying to seek validation from these other players, maybe they have one amazing play, have one amazing game. They will distort that in their mind. Yeah. They'll be like, whoa, this player's a good player. Exactly. While all the other teammates, they're like, okay, this guy's actually not that good.
Mm-hmm. How often do you hear that? Why is he playing? He's not that good.
All the time. All the time by players. Mm-hmm. And the coaches, it's like, the coaches think, they're like, oh, we have a higher purpose for it. Like, we know better.
We know better than you do.
Dude.
But how many moves that coaches at this level, at low levels, high school, travel ball, actually calculate their moves? How much thought really goes into, I'm going to put him in the lineup today?
Dude, it's so much so that they don't do that. That, like, we have experiences of our freshman year in high school getting a game lost because the guy didn't know how to put the roster the right way.
It's because and that's the same thing you guys talked about, is they lump every player into this one group. Like, this one dude could just hit a grand slam one day, and like, he's a bad player. Yeah. But he just gets like a toss up, and like he just like crushes
Maybe this dude like gets hot one day and hits every shot. Maybe he goes like 6 for 6.
Yeah, and I'm not discrediting that type of player, because there's like there are people out there who like go on hot streaks.
That's a good story.
Yeah, but there's also that fine line that a coach has to kind of dance across. Where is this kid actually going to be consistent?
Dude, it's fun. It's like relationships as well. It's like these coaches, they see these guys that don't follow what they want to say, and they're like, oh, these guys are broken or some shit like that. And these coaches want to fix them. And then by fixing them, they're trying to play, or like if they do one good thing, they will just absolutely praise these guys because they want to fix
They want to feel right.
Yeah. They want to feel like they've done. It's all ego, bro. I swear to God, everything is legit ego.
And that comes back to what we say. These coaches across America, male or female, they are bumps. coaching such impressionable people.
Yeah.
And they do not understand. Coaches do not understand. Maybe some do, but in my experience,
but maybe they understand. But they don't give a fuck.
But they don't understand the implications, the profound impact that their actions, their words, are gonna have on a player's psyche.
Well, they don't get it. It's just the only thing that
matters
words they have in their head is win. That's the only thing that matters. And if you shit on a couple 12-year-olds and mess them up for the next 40 years of their life. Hey, we won. We won our regional championships.
And now he's gonna get a couple more kids to make more money. And that's what we were talking about earlier.
Yeah, definitely touch on that. Yeah.
That's what we were talking about earlier on the podcast before our mic went out, where it's just like these are like these are coaches living, and like that's how they make money. They make money by winning, so that other people see that they're winning, so that they're put their kids in that organization.
Especially these club organizations that are huge.
Yeah,
there's so many huge ones. They're money-making machines.
Dude, bro, they're more businessmen than they are coaches. Exactly. They really are. It's kind of crazy. Recruiting, just going scouting people, scouting kids.
And imagine you're putting that much money into a team and you're not fucking winning.
There's so much. I mean,
so much rides on the line. Then so much. Now it makes a travel ball game, a club game, competition, a meet feel like the fucking Olympics.
Right.
It makes it scales the level and the intensity up. So now what's gonna happen? Your players are freaking out. There's so much pressure on them. You know what's that gonna fucking do for them down the line?
Dude, it's almost like playing in that kind of environment. Even though it gives you experience in those types of energies and environments, like. It's not good for you. No. Like it's not going to develop you into, if you want to get to the next level in high school and college, like that's not the shit that's going to get you to the next level. It's going to be training your mind, right? Which like most people don't know how to do. And then B, working on yourself and like learning what's going to work for you personally and not what other people tell you to do.
That includes the coaches too.
Yeah.
It's always good to have mentorship.
Oh,
but
yeah.
No coach is ever going to know you like yourself. You know what's best for you as an athlete. You do. And if a coach says that I know more about you than you do yourself, you fucking ignore him. Get the fuck off that team.
Yeah.
Right? If a coach is disrespecting you, he's saying all this shit to you, he treats you worse than other people, get the fuck off that team.
Yeah.
I'm not kidding. Like, I know people get stuck on teams and their parents are like, yeah, you got to stay there. Stick it out. Come on, kids, stick it out. Don't do that.
There's so many spinning aspects to all of this within like parents, within the social life, within teammates, like friendships that are made, and then teammates bagging on you sometimes, and then your parents bagging on you, like, and all the like family life stuff that you go through, all of the relationship stuff that you're gonna go through, like it all has such a big impact. And we were talking about earlier, like we kind of made it. I don't know how it came up, but we were talking about how like on our high school team there was literally a kid whose mother was banging one of our coaches. Like,
who was it?
I'll tell you later.
No, you gotta tell me now. Wait, our high school team?
The year below us. He was trying to get on varsity with us.
Probably don't want to.
Oh.
I'm not gonna say it out loud.
My God, that was us?
Hey, I'm doing a video right now. What's up? Okay. So yeah, your guys' cars are blocking somebody.
Are they?
Yeah.
Fuck them.
It's an old dude with them.
Yeah, we can. I think this podcast has gone long enough, right?
Yeah, I mean we've recorded like 3.5.
Yeah, I know.
We've absolutely wrecked coaches.
I'm sweaty.
We brutally fucked coaches.
No, but like we're not done with them.
No, we're not. We're never gonna be done with them. And I love how this is like how we're speaking people's minds right now. This is how majority of people feel in America.
I feel rejuvenated.
Me too.
I feel great.
I feel powerful. I mean, empowered. Parker.
Yeah, so all of you out there, you are individuals. You are empowered individuals. Do not let your asshole coach define you.
Signing off.
And click the links below, guys.
Yeah, click the links. We're going to keep recording these things.
Please click the links below.
Because I
need your validation. I need your validation. Please give me numbers. I want other people to see how big we are. I need your validation. Do it now. drop.
All right, we're done.
Bye.
Nice.
Let's move our cards, I guess.